Really? Niall replies with a roll of his eyes. Okay, fine. Get it over and done with. Standing awkwardly in his heels, Niall watches Reese quickly remove her own makeup. Closing the lid of the toilet, he sits and waits for her to apply his. Laying out what she needs, she gathers her hair and has it quickly pulled back into a low ponytail. Black or red? Reese asks, searching for her makeup bag. Black? Good choice. Reese smiles, grabbing out some black nail varnish. Goes with the dress. Feeling a little exposed, Niall crosses his legs as he waits. Ugh, he complains, feeling the corset fight his body to keep shape. Is this going to take long? Looking focused on the task, Reese doesn't answer. Opening up several jars of her makeup, she gets to work without another word. First, Reese speed paints his fingernails in the same dark black that she's wearing. Not too unhappy with the results, Niall sits patiently as Reese gathers more makeup tools. Using the large brush, she evens out his skin with foundation. Moving quickly onto his lips, she applies lip liner and a maroon lipstick. Telling him to blot his lips in toilet roll, Reese fetches some more stuff from her bag. What's what you're holding? Niall asks, having blotted his lips. Eyelashes, Reese answers, removing them from the package and applying the glue. Hold still while I put them on you. Doing his best to keep them open, Niall can't help but blink as she gets close to his eyes. Stop moving so much, Reese whines, holding the fake lashes close to his eyes. I can't help it, Niall grumbles. I'm not used to sticking things to my eyeballs. Reese huffs and gets a little grumpy. I'm not sticking them to your eyeballs. Hold still. After a lot more fussing, Reese manages to attach both sets of lashes and coats them in mascara. So pretty, she comments, patching her eyeliner. Why do girls wear these things? Niall asks, wanting to pull them off his face. Giving him a cheeky grin, Reese tilts her head. I don't know, she giggles. You're the girl here. You tell me. Girl, Niall scoffs. Awful drag queen more like. I bet I look like I'm about to Hulk out of this dress. A nervous smile washes across Reese's face. I think you might be surprised, she answers, pulling the lid from her eyeliner. Now hold still. I want to do eyeliner wings on you. Moaning at Niall again for being such a chicken and constantly closing his eyes, Reese eventually finishes the makeup look. So Niall, Reese says inquisitively, packing all her makeup away. Are you from the city? Trying hard not to touch his face due to the unusual feelings of the heavy makeup on his skin, Niall replies, Nah, I'm at university here. At Central? Reese asks, brimming with excitement. Yeah, Niall replies, blushing hard. Do you go there as well? Nodding vigorously, Reese beams a smile at Niall. Yep. Trying to seem casual, Niall wafts around his fingernails to dry them. Cool. Sweet. Maybe I'll see you around, Reese says. Anyways, stand in front of the mirror so I can do your hair. Like he's walking on ice, Niall gingerly gets up from the toilet. Standing in front of the mirror for the first time since trading outfits, he's left speechless at what he sees. Glaring at his own reflection in the mirror, it takes a moment for his brain to catch up that it's him. With all the makeup on, he doesn't recognize himself. Is that me? He asks, as his male voice completely breaks the illusion of a pretty girl staring back at him. Huh? What do you mean, is that you? Reese replies in confusion, holding a hairbrush in her hand. Of course it's you. Niall continues to look blankly at himself in the mirror. He's fixated on his own eyes and just how amazingly feminine he looks. Oh wait, Reese chuckles, standing behind him as she begins to brush his hair straight. I assume you've never worn makeup before, huh? Never, Niall answers. Crazy how different it makes you look. Would you date the girl you? I think so, Niall laughs, bringing his hand up to touch his lips. Is that weird? Reese thinks for a moment as she finishes brushing his hair. I mean, bodes well for me if you like this look. Having hair brushed into a more fitting style, one of his eyes is covered. Flicking the hair away, like an old boy band pro, Niall asks, Are we done? Can we go get our money now? I'm starving. Just a few more things, Reese smiles. Right now, you smell like a boy, and that's just not right when you look so pretty. Reaching into her bag, she pulls out some perfume and sprays some around Niall's neck. At first, Niall is not pleased with the sickly sweet smell, but he soon smiles. Smells nicer than what I put on this morning, he jokes, pulling a face. Reese lifts one arm and lifts at her pits. She smells the Lynx Africa Niall used this morning on his t-shirt. Lynx? Reese grins sarcastically. I like the smell, but what are you, like 15? Niall gives her a sassy look. You think I've got money for anything better, he replies, clicking his fingers several times to give her attitude. I can barely afford food, honey. Might be why you're so skinny, dude, Reese replies, giving attitude back. Probably. Niall sighs, looking down at how well female clothes fit him. I'm really hungry. Me too, actually. Shall we go out then? I'm sure that guy won't wait for us forever. Oh yeah, Reese says, lowering her head in thought. Are you ready? Probably not, but go big or go home, right? If it helps. Reese smiles, placing a gentle hand on Niall's side. That dress really suits you. So elegant. Looking back over his shoulder as he opens the toilet door, he turns back to Reese to give her a stupid look. Thanks, I guess. Living the dream. The early evening air hits Niall differently as his much thinner and delicate clothes offer less protection from the cold. His exposed shoulders make him acutely aware of what he's wearing. Looking around nervously as the sound of his heels clacking on the solid floor echoes off the walls of the surrounding buildings, Reese spills out behind him. Laughing, she brings her arm out for him to hold. Well, if anyone was watching that, she giggles, looking all around the area. They're going to think we were doing naughty things in that toilet together. Before Niall can comment or even laugh, the influencer is on them like a rash, bouncing around in excitement now they've traded outfits. Niall is made to feel really uncomfortable as they take pictures of him from every angle and shove the camera directly in his face. Trying his best to play along, he can feel himself getting really nervous. Everyone on the street is looking in his direction. He's starting to feel like a clown. Just as things start to become too overwhelming for him, Reese reaches out and grabs his arms. Hey, she whispers, as the influencer talks to the camera. You okay? Everyone is staring at me. Niall replies, trying his best to hide all the flesh he has on display wearing her dress. Reese steps closer to comfort him. It's not because they think you're weird, she continues to whisper, waving at the camera as they're mentioned by the influencer. It's because you're pretty. That's the sort of attention you get when you dress like that, I promise. Niall looks at Reese and smiles. He's really starting to like her. Leaning against Reese, he can feel her warmth and it's soothing. He doesn't want this to be the last time he sees her, so he takes his chance. Hey, Reese, he whispers back. I thought of a trade for my t-shirt. Yeah? Reese replies, casually putting an arm around his waist. Taking in a deep breath, Niall ignores the fact he's wearing her underwear and takes his chance. Go on a date with me. Blushing, Reese looks into Niall's eyes and is speechless for a moment. Her silence makes his heart almost beat right out of his chest. Date? She asks. Yeah, I'll go on a date with you, but not in trade for the shirt. Niall doesn't know if he should smile or be sad. He pulls a constipated face and asks, not in trade? No, Reese says. I do like this shirt, but I think I like you more. I don't want our date to be like blackmail. I like you too much for that to be the only reason for us to date. Blushing like crazy, he smiles at her like she's the most beautiful woman he's ever met. Awesome, he replies. Maybe we can meet tomorrow? Reese shakes her head. We're going on a date right after this. Now? Yeah, Reese says confidently. As soon as these guys are done filming us, I'm taking you out to dinner. You are? Niall asks, looking down at the outfit he's wearing in public. You better believe it, dude, Reese says. All the guys are going to be so jealous. I've bagged me a date with a hottie. Can I at least take the corset off? All in due time. Reese grins with a sparkle in her eye. All in good time. What about the heels? What? And ruin your look? No way. Can I at least choose the restaurant? Sure, Reese says, placing an arm around his waist. Just don't be indecisive. I know you look like a girl, but you don't have to act one when it comes to our food. Niall laughs, turning red. This should be interesting. I'm glad we bumped into each other. More like I drummed into you, Reese giggles, unable to stop herself from looking deep into his eyes. I'm glad too.